What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ranting Raving Podcast. It's your girl, Pink Lee, and today I have with me...
Oh, my name is Garid.
Jared, tell me a little bit about what you do and who you are real quick for the one time.
All right. So, I'm 25. Just turned 25, actually, in December, Sagittarius. I do a couple of different things. Right now, my main focus is school and my work leading into school. So, I'm in school for behavioral health. I graduate on Saturday, actually.
Yes! Round of applause one time.
So, I'm going to graduate with my associates from CSB, and then I'm transferring to HBCU.
Yes.
To get my bachelor's and my master's in psychology and social work.
I love
that's
that.
really about, that really encompasses like all that I do. Like creatively, I like helping people. So, and specifically kids, because I feel like kids, a lot of kids don't have help. So I want to be their help. And then, you know, I do a little creative things like I wrote a book. I sell clothes. Well, try to. I have like hoodie designs and shirt designs.
I didn't even know that. Look at we learning stuff already.
Yeah, I dip and dip, but I've always been a writer, so I like that. And then I recorded a few songs actually.
What?
Like two or three of them.
Okay. See,
they
now
was
he just
playful.
pulling everything out. He pulling all the secrets out. I ain't never know this.
Yeah, they was like little playful joints. But they was fun. I really enjoy it. I just do stuff that makes me enjoy my time.
No, I love that, and I feel like that's the key to staying happy. Like people wonder how people like how do you stay happier? How do you become happier? How do you be happy on your own? People are like constantly searching and looking for this like way to become happy, and it's literally about enjoying your time, like enjoying doing things you enjoy and not wasting time on things that you don't enjoy because it's a waste of time, literally.
Yeah, and my friends will tell you, if I don't want to do something or if I don't enjoy it, I'm not gonna do it.
Yes.
Ain't nothing in the world that could get me to do it. I mean, besides them, they could probably get me out of there.
Yeah,
a little bit. But other than them, that's about it. If I don't like it, I'm not doing it.
I love that. And I hope you guys listen. I hope you guys take that in because that's real advice right there. Like, if you don't want to do it, do not do it. Yeah. If you want to do it because you're going to essentially be happy from it. Yeah, find a way to make it happen. So, as you know, we always start with words of wisdom, throwback. We're on episode 90. Episode 90 right now is the hardest person to hold yourself accountable. The hardest person to hold yourself accountable is you. No, I just said that wrong. The hardest person to hold accountable is you. That's episode 90. So make sure you guys check that out on the YouTube. But we're going to throw it back to episode 9. So in episode 9, we were talking about planning and how important it is to plan. And Jared, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Like, do you feel like planning is important? Because I'm big on not that I always like plan everything to a T the way I want to, but I am big on having some sort of plan, like a list, big on lists and stuff like that. So do you feel like you need planning to actually be successful, or what do you think? Because some people don't.
Yeah. I think it works in moderation. It really does on person. So me, I like plans, but I like them be a little loose because I'm the type of person when if I have a real tight plan and everything don't go according to that plan, I get irritated and I want to throw everything else out the book and go home. I know how my emotions are set up. So I know when I make a plan, especially if I make it with other people, I have to have it loose. Where's some improvisation that we could throw into it. Because then when things go off the rails, I'm not too mad because I didn't really, like, if I make a tight plan and then A don't work out, but I know I need A to get to B, everything's thrown off. And that pisses me off.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there because I do feel like backup plans always like a B and C and D. Yeah, I feel like that's always important because 9 times out of 10, plan A is never
gonna work out.
Like I can't stand when people like, I don't have no plan B, and I'm like, you better. You better. You need to have something going on. There needs to be like multiple options. Like you need to have options in order to eat to anywhere, anything you're planning for, whether it be like a vacation, an outing, or whether it be like a life goal. Like you always need to have options and flexible and be able to be flexible. Yeah, that's super important.
Because even if you don't stick to the plan, as long as it's there, it helps you. Because like I was just telling you about the 10-page paper I had to write for my final. I had a plan of writing 2 pages a day. I wrote 2 pages one day, and then 8 days went by. I didn't write anything. I kept saying, "Oh, I'll write 4 pages tomorrow to make up for today," and it never happened. And then here come yesterday, and I still got 12 pages to write. And I had to bounce it out between yes. So yes, that's when I split it up because the plan was still there to split it up. So I'm like, all right, I can split it up between today and tomorrow.
Right.
And that really helped.
Yeah, because you were like, yeah, so that's like, and you just, yeah, you were flexible with it. You got it. Yeah, you got it together. That's lit. I love that. And I want you guys out there to let us know in the comments or on YouTube, wherever you guys are watching and tuning in, let us know, how important are plans for you? Do you think planning is important on any level, any tier in life? Just let us know how important plans are for you, and are you flexible with your plans? Let us know. So we are about to get into some juicy topics. Today we are going to do things a little different. We are going to be picking some cards. But before we do, I want to shout out our sponsor. Shout out to Pink Drinks. I want to let you guys know about the Jugs for a Dub sale. Grab both of these. We got the Code Green Knockout. We got the Tequila Red here. Jugs for a Dub. Let me tell you what Jugs for a Dub are. That whole jug for a dub. Whole jug is for a dub. As you guys know, they're usually $30. We're doing a little sale for the summer. It's been getting nice out. I know Cinco de Mayo's coming up. It's just getting nice out. And I want everybody to have an opportunity to get their pink drink on. So you guys know you can always hit the order form at PINKKDRINKKS or just hit the DM and we will get that to you, or you can come pick it up. So let us know. So now we got our sponsor out the way. We are about to get into these hot topics. I'm going to let Garid pick the first topic. You can pick from the top or you can pick from the middle, however you want to pick. I'm going to spread them out so you got some options there.
So, after a breakup, when do you change your Netflix, Amazon Prime, or HBO password?
Ooh, that's petty.
That is petty, but sometimes it gotta happen immediately. I personally haven't done it yet, but it gotta happen immediately because there's no reason why you should be bringing anyone else to your house watching my Netflix.
No, I feel that though.
And then like you gonna be watching, messing up my rotation because say I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. And I'm on season 4, episode 18, and you want to bring somebody else over and have them watching season 17.
No,
now I gotta go figure out where I was at. That's
true. Or what if they would just change up the whole algorithm of what you watch? Yeah. Like, what if we are into like horror and they're in a comedy, and they just start putting all these like non-funny comedians on there, and you can't even find the little scary movie you was watching. Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say it's petty, but maybe it's not so petty.
It's alright because then it's like, especially with Netflix having a new household thing.
What is that? I haven't heard about it. 'Cause I don't.
They try and cut down on people sharing passwords. So now you have to have a household, and then you can't really share the password because they always ask you all these questions, and they got to do a whole thing. So if that was your household and you break up with them and then you go back to your own house, they can still have and be messing up your Netflix. Because even right now, with me, my sister, and my brother all live in 3 different houses. Wow. And we be trying to share, and it just don't be working.
Wow. So 1, I didn't know they did that. 2, that I guess they smartened up a little bit. Like, it sucks for us, but it's smart for them because I know people was getting over Netflix. Like, one person, one password for like 50 people. Everybody just try to get in and out.
But they don't even deserve the switch up because we never get nothing new on Netflix. And then every time they got a good show, they cancel it and keep them same shows that we do not want to keep watching.
Yeah, that's kind of why I stopped watching Netflix. Why I didn't know about it, because it was just like the same kind of stuff. And I'm just like, and there's so many other sites now, like Amazon Prime to me. Well, I'm not going to say it's better, but they do have like, I guess in terms of the shows. Because recently I watched Baby Reindeer. Right, that little limited series, and then I started watching them on Amazon Prime. So if I'm just comparing the last 2 things I watched, I'm definitely gonna go with Amazon Prime over Netflix, and Amazon Prime isn't so picky, I guess, about their passwords. They don't care. Yeah, because Baby Reindeer was not it wasn't giving what I thought it was gonna give. I'm not gonna give too much away, but definitely. I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's not worth the. I'm not gonna say it's not worth the watch, but it just didn't give what I thought it was going to give. Like, I was waiting for that. I mean, there was that moment that was crazy, but I was waiting for a couple of them.
So is it like a suspenseful show? Or?
Yeah, it's very suspenseful. It's a thriller. It's like based. So what really drew me to even like to waste time to watch it was that it was based on a true story. And the guy who, I forget his name, but the guy who like it happened to, he plays himself. And there's like a lot of traumatic instances that happen in there. So for me, it felt like, wow, like you wrote this book, you wrote this script, and this actually happened to you, and then you starred in it. So you kind of had to like relive every traumatic experience, which is like, that's kind of deep to me. So that's why I was like, okay, I'll give it a watch. But it wasn't like I said, it's worth the watch. It wasn't terrible at all. Like, it was entertaining. Like, it kept me, like, it didn't give me what I wanted it to give all the way, but it definitely kept me watching. Okay. So Porter was like, okay, let me go fold these clothes. Let me watch this. Or let me go. You know what I mean? I was watching. You could do stuff with. I never just really, unless I'm like laying down. Sometimes I watch like stuff to go to sleep, but I always try to like, if I'm watching something, I'm usually doing something because I have like this guilt factor where I'm just like, I'm not doing anything. I don't feel productive enough. You know, like, so it's like if I'm just like watching TV, it's just like or like not really TV, but like a show on the computer, my phone tab, whatever. It's got to be like a combination of things being done for me to feel like okay about watching it. It's weird. But
you were just saying, if you want to do something that you enjoy, you gotta do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it in the way that you can live with yourself with, and that's just how I can live with myself that way. Because otherwise, I can't do it. But I'm about to get into a topic. I don't even know which one to choose. I got mixed up all the way. I'm gonna take one on the side. It ain't gonna be difficult. What city would you name your child after, and why? I don't know that I would name. I don't know that I would name my kid after a city. I'm trying to think of like cities, and it's just like.
And it's not no cities. There's like a child's name.
Yeah, like I don't know why the first thing I thought of was Chicago.
I did too. I was thinking Chicago.
Detroit. I was thinking Chicago West. Shout out to you. I don't know though. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's a city. I don't even think. Yeah. Like, cause well, I don't think it's. I don't know. I just think that everything would just be kind of like, it's something like Chicago. I'm trying to think. No, there's not even. I can't even think of one other person named after a city. I'm pretty sure there is, but like I just can't think of it.
It's just not even a city.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to think. Like I don't know. Like what? Brooklyn? Oh, Brooklyn. But I would never name my kid Brooklyn. But Brooklyn is a common. It's becoming a common name. Yeah. And I'm just. Well, I don't know when we think of Brooklyn.
Like, I don't like all those like names that everybody have. I want my child to have something unique. So
yes,
it wouldn't give city for me.
Yeah, it was never given city, state, country, location. Like maybe a season, but like I don't even. I don't know.
But then even season like summer is played out, and that's everyone's name.
Yeah, summer. Even I'm trying to think of like summer
and winter.
Winter. I was gonna say winter. I've been hearing a lot too. Autumn played out. Yeah, they're all played out.
One of my kids is autumn.
Oh, autumn. See, yeah. I don't know. I think it might be play. Yeah. So we're not doing no cities. We're not doing no seasons. We're not doing no states. We're not doing no country. But what we are about to do is take a quick break, and we're gonna be right back at you with some more juicy topics. So make sure you stay locked in, because once you locked in, ain't no switching up. We'll be right back. All right, y'all. We are back for some more hot topics. I hope you're ready for the tea, because we about to get into something. So it's on Jared. So he's gonna draw a card. Okay. One of them things.
It just say begging on social media. So like, what's the context?
Yeah, I think.
Or is we pro or con?
Yeah.
Well, what's begging? Like, what's the context?
So I think that is like open to interpretation. Like for me, I would say begging, because I see begging on social media a lot. Anybody have $20 I can borrow?
Okay.
Oh, do you have this I can borrow? Here's my Cash App, which is that type of thing.
Okay, I seen it. So when I think about begging on social media, I equate it to people just holding cups up. That's what you're doing. Yeah. Or online holding the cup up. And it's the same people online holding cups up who will scoff at somebody on the streets holding the cup up, saying they're not going to get them $1. But you begging me for $300 so that you could buy your birthday outfit. How does that work? That
part. It really irritates me, because I feel like I was literally going to say exactly what you said. And it really bothers me, because I see it so often. Like, I literally saw someone not too long ago. And, well, I don't even care. I seen someone not too long ago on social media begging for shoes, begging for money for shoes to wear to a baby shower. Not just any baby shower, their baby shower. Yes.
Wow.
It was a man. Okay. He was begging on, he needed $30 because he needed to buy the shoes, right? That matched the outfit that his kid's mom was going to wear. They were like going with the theme and all that. And he didn't have it. And he kept begging. And he kept begging. Like, it wasn't like a one-time thing. It was like a continuous thing.
You'll see it every day. Every day that post will pop up.
Yes. And it's like, what is going on? And
especially if their birthday coming up, they'll say, oh, my birthday coming up. This is my cash just for reference.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're telling me that
and
for.
Yeah, facts. And even going further than that, I won't even bring this up. Like, I don't even like when people and there's nothing against you guys. I just personally do not like when it's your birthday and you put my Cash App as this. Like, oh, make sure y'all bless me on my birthday. Like, I just feel like posting your Cash App online without offering a service is stupid.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like it's cringy to me,
especially
because
to make sure y'all bless me, because my blessing was gonna be happy birthday.
That's all you had to do was, like, you don't even have to wish me happy birthday. Like, my blessings are gonna come regardless, because I do the right thing. Like, I do the right thing. My blessings is coming. He gonna bless me regardless. But I just really, it's been like one of those things that I see. I'm glad this was one of the topics, because it really bothers me. I see it more often than not also from people who you kind of see, you could kind of tell whenever they come up on money. Like, it'll be those type of people where they'll just be like, yeah, eating here. And they'd be like, okay. Like, you're excited? Like, okay, I'm happy for you. Or like, they'll be like, they have these like times where they're like, they will brag about very regular things, right? And then you'll see a time where they just beg nonstop. And then that time comes again where they're bragging about regular things. Yeah, so it's like this back and forth thing. And it's like, well, that lets me know consistently that you don't get money consistently. That lets me know that you have no structure. You have no, organization to your life. No savings. No income. Like, beyond even a savings, you have no income. Because you're like hitting a lick here or there, coming up on money, doing regular things that regular people do that they don't post about. Posting about it all crazy. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Or like, they'll try to like, oh yeah, it was here. And it's just like, who took you there? Who's paying for that meal? Because I guarantee you just crop somebody out of the photo. You know what I mean? You're not paying for the meal. You try not to show the little fingernail to shorty who just paid, like, or vice versa. Because like, I feel like women do it in different ways. Like, women are very, they're subtle about it. Like, almost like, I saw a meme not too long ago. It was like a guy was in a girl's inbox and he was like, yeah, you fine, whatever. She was like, oh, thank you. Then he was like, what, you need a bill paid? She was like, yeah. He was like, me too. Like, it'd be like, girls would be like, or it'll be like, hey, what you doing? Like, nothing, trying to figure out life. And he'd be like, what's wrong? Like, yeah, I need $300 for my electric bill. Like, they'll like subtly kind of try to work it in, trying to use their like girlish charm. Guys are more like, yeah, who got $30 I could borrow? Like,
no, but I'm not gonna hold you. Guys do that first part too.
What?
I guarantee. Like, and I feel like it's ruining human interaction, because when I want to get to know you and I'm thinking about dating you, you should not be asking me for money within the first week of us talking. I don't even know your middle name yet. I barely even got to ask you your favorite color. Why are you asking me to pay you like this? That's not going to happen. And I blame OnlyFans for everything.
Ooh, wait.
I blame OnlyFans and Cash App as a combination.
Okay, let me hear this.
Because it made sending and receiving money too accessible for nothing. Because especially with Cash App, like, people could just request you. Like, I had a coworker who asked me for money, and I gave it, because I am like a giving person, even sometimes when I don't have it. But I feel like if I have a little extra, I can spare $15. So you ask me for $15 and you need it. Yeah. Okay. It got to the point where this coworker kept asking for money. 1 minute the baby need milk, and then the baby need diapers, and then you need to get home from a job interview, and then this and this. And then it got to a point where it stopped being, oh, can I have for this and this, and just be like, send me this, or
send me.
Then it got to a point where you just requesting it randomly. Okay, I would just give random Cash App requests. No, nothing in the forest saying, do you need for this and this, just random Cash App requests. And I'm like, you know what? How did we get here? I had to think to myself, like, what got us to, because I'm telling all my friends, and then so my one friend, she used to work with me, so she knew like it was like, because I had a crush on a person, so I'm like, oh, I'm doing it. And she just called me dumb every time. I'm like, guess who just asked me for money? And then she'd be like, oh, did you send it? I said, dude, you asking the wrong questions. I just told you to guess who sent me the money. You wasn't, so there ain't no follow-up. But OnlyFans and Cash are definitely, because OnlyFans even, like, we pay them people for stuff that are free.
Yeah.
I never got the point of paying for stuff that are free. Like, the stuff they post on OnlyFans, they post on Twitter.
Yeah.
They post snippets. And the way my attention span set up, because I got ADHD, it's so short that all I need is them Twitter snippets.
Right.
Because I'm not going to sit through 90 minutes of one video of the same people doing the same thing for 90 minutes. Like, so what am I paying $35 a month for your OnlyFans for?
I definitely feel that too. I never even thought about like how accessible these, like even like Venmo, Cash App, all these things. I never even thought about that, but that is a very true thing. It's getting way too available. And then like even in reference to what you said about like the person kept asking you for money, like I feel like people test the waters. Yeah. Like the first time they ask you for money, it's always a crisis. And then it'll be like less of a crisis the second time. And then the third time is just kind of like, so you kind of test the waters and check your temperature to see like how giving is this person. But that they don't realize that a lot of times people end up being very just almost like rude eventually. And it's only because they've been taken advantage so many times by so many people, like asking for things to the point where the person gets fed up and they're taking it out on the next person who might actually just be like down or whatever. But this person can't risk it because they've already been taken advantage of so many times. And that's kind of how I am now. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I've had so many people like stay with me and just like ask for money consistently. I mean, I've had friends who used to come over to my house and literally need toilet paper, all types of stuff, like give me a couple rolls, like soap, like eggs, like
you ain't mine, 'cause that's what I do to my mom.
Yeah, like that's what I do to my mom. Like you know what I mean. So it's like it's rare that I go to my mom's house and I come back and I don't have a big.
Yeah, I come back with something every time.
She might put it together for me because she already know I'm about to ask for it. She put a little care package together. Like I can't go to my mom's house and not just. And
she'll be at work. I'm like, she'll be home. She like, where my son? She'll text me. She said, you seen this? I said, oh yeah, it's at my house. I go there. I take the lotion. I take my sister's mad. I take everything.
I'm taking it all. Like it's mine now. But I feel like just people like that have brought me to a place where I'm like, can I have no? Can I buy no? Like I don't know. You can't know.
And then they don't realize like you asking me like I got it when I try to ask you because I don't got it, and then I never feel comfortable asking you because you never got it.
You never
so
got it.
So we both cannot have it, and that's how I feel about relationships too. Like when people be like, "Oh, you really don't date people that don't got no money." I'm like, no, because I don't have no money. Right. So we both cannot be having no money in a relationship. Somebody be able to get it.
Listen, we can't both.
Because how we never gonna go on dates. We just gonna be in the house watching Netflix all the time.
Who paid the Netflix bill? Who paid the Wi-Fi bill?
And I just feel like people has gotten comfortable with having their hand out and not caring, and I don't like that because that's not how I was raised. My mom, I hate asking people for stuff. The only person I will ask without even feeling some type of way is my mom. Yeah. But other than that, I don't. She was like always raised me to be hyper independent, so I don't feel comfortable. I don't even feel comfortable posting my cash app for my birthday, and I'd be wanting to because I'm like, damn, people just be sending money out willy-nilly. Like somebody send me something. Yeah. Because I could use the help. I just don't feel comfortable asking for it. But everyone is comfortable with their hands out.
You know, I definitely agree with you there. I was raised the same way. Just like my parents have always like instilled in me, like if you need something, you could come to us. But even as the older I get into my adulthood, I just don't even feel comfortable asking them for stuff. Like going to my mom's house and getting like running her room or like rummaging through her cabinets. That's like one thing. I feel like that's like, I don't know. I feel like it's just abnormal to leave there empty-handed. Yeah. I don't know at this point. Like, that's my mom. But in terms of, like, asking for money and things of that nature, I feel like I'm very able-bodied. I'm an entrepreneur with a million side hustles. Like, there's a million ways for me to make money, right? So there's no need for me to ever have my hand out. I need to have, like, my feet on the ground and just be, like, working towards something, which I am. You know what I mean? There's so many ways that I can make money. And then it really pisses me off as an entrepreneur because people will ask you for stuff knowing what you got going on, like knowing you're like and reinvesting every dime you have into whatever you're trying to do. Like, what's the priority at the moment? Like, and so that really annoys me more than ever, because it's like, I'm not even just out here just like, yeah, I'm working, I picked up extra hours. No, I'm out here like trying to maintain working for me, which is a whole different ball game, and it has a whole different level of responsibility. So for you to, ask me for something like that, knowing I'm in a position, knowing I have kids, just everything like that, I just feel like it's almost disrespectful.
Because you don't got no consideration for me, what I got going through. That could be my last $15 that I just after paying rent, that I need to get food, and you want me to send it to you.
You want me to send it to you.
And there'll be the same people that don't invest in your business. Like, I have plenty of people asking me for money that don't know the name of my book, don't know when it came out, don't even know if it's on Amazon or not. Never read the cover, the back, nothing.
And that's how people are, and this is a segue into another subject real quick. Like, they always say, and I want to just ask your opinion on this, because they always say it'll be strangers that root for you before your own friends and family. And I found that to be so true. Like, the people who support me the most are the people I've known the least or don't even know. Yeah. Besides like online or whatever the case, just pop it out. Like, the people I've known for 10, 20 years, like those types of friends, they don't really, like, I just had a girlfriend DM me the other day, and it's funny, like, I'm talking about this, and she gonna know who she is if she sees this, but she don't support it, she don't watch it, so I already know she not gonna see this. But if you do, thanks for supporting, and I'm wrong, but I know you're not gonna see it. She was like, basically, yeah, we haven't like hung out in like 3 years, and I was like, yeah. I said, do you know anything that's going on in my life? She didn't know. She couldn't name not one thing that was going on in life. Like, you don't know about drinks. You don't know about what's going on with music-wise. You've never been to an event. Like, you don't know anything that's going on in my life, but you're worried about hanging out with me. And it's just like, you haven't supported not one thing, but you just literally hit me up and was like, yeah, can you do a survey for me so I can get $20 at work? And it's just like, yeah, huh? Like, you want me to write out a whole like survey saying that you clean this person's house, and I have to pretend to be someone I'm not, like make up this whole story, like for you to get $20, but you can't even pull up to an event when I've offered you free tickets? That's crazy. That's crazy to me. So it's just how it is. But do you agree? Do you think that that's true, or has that been true in your life, or I don't know?
It is, especially on the family side, not so much on the friend side, because I keep my circle really tight. I really don't like that. Especially not new people. I'm really only comfortable with my people. So all my friends I've had for at least 10 years.
I love that.
Like, we grew up together on the block. We all lived in like the same 5 blocks. So yeah, all of those, and some of them, unfortunately aren't here anymore, or some, we stopped being friends. But for the most part, besides the good 2 or 3, all my friends are dumb. And then my family, though, that's where the whole tricky thing come in. And I had a family member get mad at me for choosing one of my friends over them. As far as like, I think they both had events that day. I went to my friend event, and I'm like, well, this friend has been my friend for as long as I've almost known you, because it was my little cousin. And then this friend also comes out. Everything I have, this friend is here. Everything I have for you, you got an excuse every time. So I'm going to go where I want it. And then I think of my friends as family. So Facts. When certain family members do say that type of stuff to me, I'm like, those are my family too. Y'all are blood, but a lot of y'all not family.
Yeah, like,
but my friends are my family.
Yeah, like, blood doesn't necessarily make the bond stronger. It's just blood.
If anything, it makes the hurt harder.
Yeah, like,
that's all it does.
Yeah, like, it makes me not want to deal with you even more, because we're supposed to be we're like biologically obligated to each other, and you just like neglect the obligation to support me, even though we're biologically obligated. So I'm, neglecting the obligation to deal with you. Like, that's what it comes down to. I like that you said that, because sometimes I think it is important to if you have to, pick your friends over your family, because like I said, it's about the bond. It's about the support. It's about the genuine love. It's about the genuine everything. Like, it's not about like what you just feel like, oh, we got the same aunt, we got the same grandmama or whatever. Like, okay, and
it just goes back to like, you have to choose who chooses you.
Yeah.
Because even like outside of friends, outside of family, even in romantic relationships, anything, we let the word love and the feeling love overpower us when it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because love isn't, I'm a strong believer in love is not enough. It's never been enough for me, and it never will be, because love is just an escape, and it's just a gateway. And it's for you people use love to manipulate you. You love me, so we have to work it out, or you love me, or you have to stick around for the next 4 years to figure it out. You don't really love me if you don't give it a chance. No, I love you, but you're not right for me. And I'm going to love you from a distance.
You are preaching
and eventually
to the choir.
I'll get over you.
Yes.
So love don't be enough. So even with him, like love is not like me and my mom, we went through our thing, but me and my mom could only be apart for like 2 weeks. That's as long as our love. That's as long as our love away lasted. And we had to come in. But even her, like we had to say, this is not working, and we both said it. We said this is not working. We gotta give each other some space.
Yeah.
But then because of the love, we see we wanted to make it work. Now love is enough when you both actively take accountability and want to make it work.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We figured out what was not working between both of us, and now our relationship is great.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen with everybody. Because that didn't happen with my dad. I love my dad to death. Well, I did. But now I couldn't even tell you where he lived. Couldn't tell your phone number. He couldn't tell you my phone number.
Yeah.
Where I live, nothing. We don't talk at all. Zero communication since I was in like 9th grade.
But I feel like that's probably you protecting your peace.
Yeah.
Protecting your peace is important. And I feel like sometimes, like, even like with you and your mom taking that couple weeks apart, that's still a part of protecting, both of you guys are protecting your peace. Because I feel like people don't protect their peace, and then they get on this love train and they think that love is going to solve it all. And it's like,
and love not supposed to be miserable. You're not supposed to be miserable while you're in love.
And I also feel like, I really like what you said about that, because I'm a big believer in that too. It took me a long time to figure that out. But once I did, like, love is like, especially in a relationship, love is like, not last on the list, but it's towards the end. Like, are we compatible? Do we respect each other? Do we trust each other? Like, can we get along? Like, do we have things in common? I feel like all these other things. Can we communicate? Like, can we understand? Can we comprehend past the communication? Like, all these other things are so much more important than love. And I want to give a question out to all of our listeners. I know this is totally off from the card, but how important is love in your relationships? You guys let us know in the comments. Let us know whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, Rumble, Amazon Prime, Spotify, anywhere that you are tuning in. All the platforms, all of them. Write in the comments and let us know how important love is to you. And also, let us know if you guys are fed up with begging on social media, because we are for sure. All right.
Because I just wanted to say one more.
Yeah, go ahead. No,
you see, what did you just say? Damn, I lost
begging.
No, you just said 2 seconds ago right before that.
Oh,
I lost the piece.
Love.
Oh, being last on the list.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel that because I feel like love is like the barest of minimum.
Yeah.
Like it's like me saying, like, it's like how I feel when parents, I really don't like, because I always say this, like, I really don't like when parents say, oh, I did this and this. I'm like, all right, that's the barest. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not going to give you a cookie for doing what you're supposed to do. And that's what I feel about love. Like, if we're in a relationship, especially going on 5 years, you're supposed to love me. That's something that's a given.
Yeah.
So what am I congratulating for it? But the bar is so deep in hell, doing the bare as a minimum, feel like reaching the heavens. And I don't like that.
Okay, bars. Okay, I like that. That was a little... No, that's real, though.
No, I thought that in my head. I'm like, I got to come back and say this.
Yeah, that was lit. I like that on there. That was lit. I like that one. I feel like, you know what? That's so true, because people do always, and this is like in love, relationships, family, and just in general, people always want a pat on the back for something they should be doing. And you know what's so crazy? Like, sometimes I think in my relationship, I look for that too. I'm looking for that like attaboy type of thing. And it's just like, I'm gonna tell you when you're messing up. You're always doing good, but when you're messing up, that's what I'm gonna tell you. And it's kind of like, as an adult, I have to kind of just be like, okay, let me adult, because I am an adult, and realize like you don't need those pats on the backs that you feel like you do. You're just doing what you're supposed to do. It's fine. But when you're not doing something that you're supposed to be doing, or like if you're not up to par or something like that, that's when I feel like that's when love really comes into play, because then you telling someone about themselves, or like explaining to someone what they're doing wrong or how they're doing it wrong. I feel like that's real love too. Like even more than just like saying like, oh, I love you and everything is good. Like someone being able to point out the negative, and you like trusting that it's coming from a pure place, and a place of like pure, genuine love, and like they actually care and like want you to like be perceived as the best. You know what I mean? I feel like, and feel the best as well. I feel like that's more of love than anything. You know what I mean? People just, it's easy to just just be like, oh yeah, you did so great today, and
Like
not even mean it,
and cream,
and
like,
not even mean it. Yeah,
and we should be able to tell each other when we're wrong.
Yeah,
without it being a whole big thing.
Yeah, that's
like,
that's a
and
long
then
time
people like to do a million things wrong, but just because they're doing that one thing right, they feel like they can get over on everything. Like, oh, you should just forgive all these 10,000 things I just did wrong. Because even my friend, like, she was going through something, and she just could not leave this guy alone. I'm like, she used to piss me off bad. And we were just talking about her in the car too. She used to piss me off bad. And so I had to tell her one day, like, write down pros and cons. Because I'm good for pros. I love a pros and cons
list.
I tell my students that all the time. Like, write down pros and cons. And if the pros is outweighing the cons 5-1, then that's something that you need to fix.
No, honestly.
Cut off, because even though the pros are great, it's great. You have love, you have this, and this. But look at all these things, and then this is 5% of your daily life that's in the good column, and that should not be. The 5% should be in the bad column.
In the bad column, right? That's so true. A pro and cons list is going to help you out every time. It doesn't even matter like what situation. It's always going to be the best way to help you make a decision if you're stuck. That's so true. We are going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to tap into some more juicy topics. So make sure you guys stay locked in, because we'll see you locked in. Ain't no switching up. We will be right back. All right, you guys ready to get back into some juicy topics? Because we got a couple for you. It is on me to draw a card. And I'm going to pick this one right here. So, oh man, this is crazy. Okay, so your boo blocks you for the day, right? How will you respond? A call or text from a text now number. B, pull up with food. 3, go outside. Or 4, a date with somebody else.
I feel like 4 is pushing it. Like,
4 is doing a lot.
4 is doing a lot, because then we gotta break up at 3. But I think it depends on the context. Like, if we was arguing because I had plans, you blocked me, I'm going outside. Because what you blocked me for? I already said I had plans. I'm outside, and you'll see me when I get in the house, or you're just gonna be upset. But I don't know. I think it just depends on the context, because I feel like blocking is childish. To me, once you block me, the relationship's over. Yeah, I'm not gonna beg you to come back. Yeah,
I feel like blocking is very intense, because like now I can't even, like, I'm one of those people who, like, even if we're frustrated with each other, I still want to see, like, are you okay? Like, I'm one of those people, so like I can't even see if you're okay. Like, I don't know.
Location.
I don't do that location stuff. That's
just
too
to make
much.
sure that you home and safe.
Now you will make sure you home and alone. I think I would probably go with B. I'm gonna pull up with the food. And it's probably gonna be like a home cooked meal, something I really put some love into. Like, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna just come right in with the food. You know what I mean? You don't gotta talk to me. We gonna eat together. We gonna share this meal together. I'm gonna bring a couple pink drinks. We gonna have a good evening by the end of it. I think that's the only way for me.
Food.
Yeah,
I want the food brought to me. I don't like to cook, so I'm not gonna bring food. Unless I'm ordering it. Maybe I'll pick up some food.
Maybe like food from their favorite restaurant.
Me, I'm not coming with anything but these things. Like, if I'm coming after you block me, we're going to argue. We're going to get through it, because we're not going to skate past it. We're not going to sit there and act like it doesn't happen until later. We're going to say what we have to say.
Yeah, because like, why did you block me in the first place? I think that really would have come down to, because like, what did I do that was so bad to deserve to get blocked out of your life for a day?
Your mom, your siblings, call around trying to get to you, telling them to tell you to unblock me. And now you got me looking crazy to them, because I'm calling them.
But I'm still going to do it, though.
I'm still going to do it. Because everybody going to be uncomfortable since we want to block people. I don't like the. I don't think I could be with somebody that just blocks you every time you argue. Like, it's one thing to put my notifications on silent, or you don't want to hear from me right now. You gotta calm down. That's cool. But blocking me, that's so extreme. I block people that annoy the heck out of me to the point that I don't want to talk to them. I don't even want to see their face.
Right.
So if I get you to that point, then what is we together?
You don't gotta see my face. You just won't see my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel that too. Because I feel like blocking is intense. Just ignore me, but don't block me. Like, as long as I can see that little delivered, I'm okay. We can be delivered from this situation. But if I don't see that delivered, we might have,
or come up green. And don't let it come up green.
It's over.
Please don't let it. Because then I'm coming with a box. I want my stuff.
Because then you doing C and D. Because then you going outside and with somebody else.
And I'm only going to block. I'm going to block you back on everything except for Instagram, because that's where I post all my stuff. So you're going to see me outside. And you never going to hear from me ever again.
That's great. That's deep. You petty, low key.
I try not to be. I'm trying to stop.
Yeah, it's
That's
like a process.
This is like calm. Like this is like calm because I could really take it there.
Well,
I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to be calm because I used to take it there with one of my exes, and it was funny because I was talking to somebody new, and we was in the car talking, and we was doing our things like talking or whatever, and we was talking about our past, and I told the story of when I really went the farthest, and I tell my friend, I'm texting my friend, I'm like, yeah, because she texted me, she's like, what y'all doing? I'm like, we just talking, and I just told them the story, or blah blah blah, and then she was like, why you telling me? I'm like, what you mean? Like, they seem cool. We still chilling, talking. Never heard from the person ever again.
I was about to say, well, being honest is bad.
No, they say that. And then when you be honest, they don't want it. Because we was talking, we was chilling. Even after the vibe still seemed good. I didn't feel no switch, no nothing. I go in the house. They say good night. I say, I'll text you in the morning. I text them more. Didn't hear nothing. I'm like, oh, maybe they ain't wake up yet. I never heard from them ever again after that.
That's crazy. You about to wild out though. You about to.
No, I didn't. No, I understand why. I go hold you. I understand why. But it was not that deep. But I just said that was in the past. That was 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I could have changed the 5 years.
Yeah, no, 5 years is a lot of time for a person to change. Yeah.
I just told you shouldn't ask. I'm a firm believer in don't ask no questions you don't really want
an answer to. That's so true.
Because I'm going to tell you the truth every time, and you're just going to be hurt.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Don't ask questions you don't want to answer. I try not to.
And then you the bad guy for telling them the truth. Like, which one of me lie to you?
That's a fact. And sometimes it'd be them hard truths that really hurt. You'd be like, what? I don't even want to know. Like, just,
and then I'm so blunt with my words, so I don't mince words. Like, I don't beat around the bush. I like that person. So it comes out crazy. I get it. I understand it. Like the tone, the delivery, it comes out crazy because I'm just gonna say what it is. I'm not gonna use euphemisms. I'm not gonna it's like this or this and this.
But I like that though. I like I've actually learned to really appreciate people who don't beat around the bush because I feel like for me as a person, I'm just like really jolly and happy go lucky, and I feel like people in my life have tried to like protect my feelings by beating around the bush with me or not being upfront with me, not telling me what it is and things of that nature, and having people in my life now who like are very like straightforward with me, whether it's going to hurt my feelings or not, it's helping me become like the best person I can be, which is really my ultimate goal. So I can appreciate people like that. I appreciate people like that more than people who try to tiptoe around. Don't tiptoe around.
Please don't tiptoe around.
Yeah, like don't tiptoe around me because then because it doesn't help me. If you really care about me, you're going to keep it all the way real with me, because when people, especially me, because I was just like, really? That wasn't, no? That's not cool? That's not good? Oh, I didn't.
Just say it. Like,
yeah.
And then I'm an overthinker, so I'm going to think the extreme. Just tell me what it is if you don't want me to go. And I just had to stop talking to somebody because they kept beating around the bush. It was pissing me off so bad.
Yeah.
And then we got in an argument because I'm like, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to communicate. But then got to a point where you was doing the jabs, and then we argue. And I don't like to argue.
Yeah.
But they was mad because, so this person, mind you, this person lives in Baltimore. Or not Baltimore, Columbia, Maryland.
Okay.
I live in Philly. We was never even really going to get nowhere because I don't do long distance.
Yeah.
And I told you that. And I see it from the jump. Like, I always be upfront from the jump. And person said, oh, well, I don't care. I don't mind it. And I said, okay. And so then I was going up to Baltimore for JT little tour with my cousin. It was a last minute thing. Tour was great. I love that girl.
JT.
I took
Shout
a picture with her.
JT.
She said, congratulations for graduating.
Oh, well, I definitely seen that on your story. Yeah.
Love that girl. She's so sweet in person. But yeah, so we went up there. But I told the person like the day before, I said, oh, I got to tell you I'm coming up there. You know, if you want to get a ticket and come out and we could chill because whatever. That was the issue. I didn't know. And then the next day, I'm getting a cold shoot. I'm like, oh, they was like, oh, you're home. And I'm like, yeah, I'm back in Philly. I was only up there for the day, for the concert. And they was like, figures. I said, what do you mean? Just say how you feel. I hate that. Like, don't give me no puzzles, no riddles. I'm not Edward Enigma. I do not fight Batman.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Like, just tell me what I mean. And then, like, they told me, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just always not. I feel like people know when they have nonsense, and those are the people that do the riddles because they know they talking nonsense.
Yes.
So they want you to put it together for yourself so that it makes sense for them.
Yeah.
So they can justify the fact that they are hurt or whatever.
Yes.
Because they made stuff up in the head.
Yes.
Those people are dangerous.
Yes, and honestly, that's a person who's probably overthinking and just letting it get to the best of them instead of being direct and asking a question. Yeah. Like he probably like. I feel like people probably like the person you're talking about, right? They probably were in their head like, yeah, he down there living his best life. Look at him, you know what I mean? And really just jealous that you came down for JT and not for them. However, they could have just said that.
Could have just said it because
you probably would have made a way.
Yeah, we could have talked about it. Like, yeah, and that's my thing. So I said that in the beginning. Like once he started doing his whole little thing, I said we're gonna pause because I'm not about to argue with you, and I'm trying to work with myself. So I'm not even trying to do the whole petty back and forth thing anyway. Yeah. So we're gonna communicate like adults. So I want you to know we can stop the conversation here and pick it up later once you calm down. Because whatever you say after this point, you have to live with. We're not going back. You can't come back, text me 2 hours later saying, "Oh, I was just upset. I don't care." Whatever you say, you got mean.
But also
they wanted to keep doing, and then it turned into something it was supposed to. I said, "I'm done. I'm cool." Yeah. And what happened? 3 hours later, oh my bad, I was just upset. And but I told you to take a breather.
No, I'm about to say you gave the way out by saying that. That was like you giving. See, most people don't do that though. Most people. I know I'm talking to you out there, all y'all out there. Y'all don't give people that little breather, that little, okay, hold on, wait, hold on. All right, go cuss out the wall and then get back with me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
If you gotta call your friend, call me all types of bitches, call me all types of low down dirty niggas. Yeah. Or go do what you gotta do. Because best believe I'm gonna be telling my friend the same thing. Yeah. But when you come back to me, we gotta talk because we can't do that. We're never gonna get nowhere. Like I don't like to argue because arguing is not a conversation. Yeah, it doesn't get anywhere. We're just both yelling, screaming. We're not listening to what each other had to say. That's true. I'm big on communication, so we're gonna talk calmly. And I know myself. It's about self-awareness. I know when I'm upset, I'm gonna say something to make you upset. So I'd rather not say anything, especially if we get into the argument. I'd rather just remove myself. But if you keep dragging it out of me, yes, and people don't know boundaries, because we had an issue at my job. With one of the girls that just got hired, and then the other girl who she's like one of our younger people, but she's starting to take over that leadership role. Especially because I'm about to leave in this a couple months. So they had a back and forth, and the younger girl, she did what I told her. She got up, she walked away. She said, "I'm not in the mood to talk right now. Leave me alone." And I feel like that's valid. Yeah, because she was going to come back and do her work when she got herself together. So if you need to take that breather, you got to take that breather. Yeah. But the other girl just kept egging the cheesy, and she was telling like, "No, you're going to listen to what I have to say." And that's when she snapped. And I'm like, you can't be mad at her now because you brought it out of her. She tried to give you the out. She said, "Leave me alone. Let me calm down." Because she is a bit self-aware about herself too. Yes. And I know how her mouth get when she's upset. And she knows, and I had to, this is like my 5th time telling her you need to learn her, and she finally did it. So now I'm over here proud of her, and you ruined it. Yeah, and right. Back to right where she was at just 3 weeks ago. Man, I want to just what you said about being self-aware. That's so important, and I want to encourage you guys out there to tap into this week's episode of Words of Wisdom, episode 90, which is the hardest person to hold accountable is yourself, because I talk about in the episode a lot about self-discipline and self-awareness, and being self-aware. I didn't even touch on this aspect of it, but it's very important. You might have just brought up another word that wasn't for me. I feel like being self-aware definitely can help you regulate your emotions, because if you know what's already if you're brought to a certain place, this is going to take you over the top, then you don't even need to go there. Right. You know that you need to maybe be verbal about needing a second to cool off, to, you know what I mean, to take a breather, like you said, take a breather, walk away. If you know that you need that, be verbal about that, and be self-aware enough to know that that's what you need in order to regulate your emotions, to not snap, to not, because I feel like that can alleviate a lot of fights, violence, and conflict in general. Yeah, it could just alleviate that, because you already know how you're going to react, and until you can completely regulate, and completely become in control of your emotions. That's the best way to just all right, let me go take a second, take a breather, because not everybody's able to just hold through and fight. And they just can't do it. So they might need to separate themselves for a second. So I love that. And I respect it. Yeah. And I think people don't take self-awareness seriously.
They don't.
And they take it for play. They think being self-aware is just knowing all your quirky little habits that other people may not know or might look at as weird. But no, self-awareness be really being real with yourself. Knowing your triggers, knowing your flaws, knowing when you need to take a break, like you said, but
Yeah.
just knowing everything. Like you need to know your phobias, you need to know your past.
Yeah.
And knowing your triggers is a real big thing for me because
Yeah, it's
I
huge.
had to learn everything was triggering me, and I could never work on it because I didn't know what it was specifically about the things that was triggering me.
Yeah, that comes with like doing, I hate to say this word, but shadow work, which is really just like, really just working on yourself. Like it becomes this big thing when people say that, but that's what that takes. Like it takes you getting to know yourself. Right. And then realizing, and then also like going through like your past and everything like that. That's how you can like figure out what your triggers are. Because most people don't know what their triggers are because they're not even really interested in getting to know who they are as a person. Yeah. They just want to be like, oh, I feel like, I don't want to say this completely, but a lot of it is like superficial. Like you want to know, you want to be self-aware for the gram. Yeah. But you don't want to be self-aware with you. Like I talk a lot about in Words of Wisdom, having like mirror talks and like literally having like talking to yourself in the mirror. Like it's important. Well, for me, and I know it works for a lot of people because when you look at yourself, you see all that you see, right? You see all that you are, but then you should be looking at all that you were, all that you're coming out of, and then all that you want to become. Like all those things, I feel like just for me, probably because I'm a little dramatic, I just need that whole mirror thing just to make it feel real to me. But you can do it with journaling, other ways as well. But if you don't know yourself, you can't even know your triggers to begin to regulate. Yeah. So I feel like that's a good thing that you pointed out about triggers because people, they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They also think just being self-aware is all the work. Is 100% the thing, and that's not the case. That's just the first step.
Yeah, that's step one.
That's just the precursor to everything else. Because once you know yourself, what are you going to do? Stay the same and let everything continue to bother you, or
right?
You're learn yourself so that you can know how to regulate, like you said, and know how to work on those things.
Right.
And I'm a big advocate for therapy that helps you with the self-awareness. And shout out to my cousin Tiana. That's my girl. I love her. She's like my twin. We the same age. She got a podcast herself. Okay. Called We All May Need a Little Therapy.
Okay.
And so she talks about that, and I love her. So if y'all out there and y'all want to check my sis out,
that's lit. Therapy is important too. Yeah. Therapy is super important. I feel like, I feel like lately it's been, there's not so much of a stigma on it right now in the Black community. I feel like right now, just speaking of our community in general, I feel like
it's becoming more positive.
Yeah, it's becoming more positive and becoming more accessible as well. And it's becoming, there's like less of a stigma on there. So people are more willing to go get the help that they actually need. Because right now, the way that the world is set up and just society in general, like everything, we need therapy and outlets and ways to healthily regulate our emotions more than ever. Because anxiety, more people who have ever had anxiety have anxiety now. Yeah. More people are dealing with like depression and PTSD and paranoia because of like everything that's going on. People are like literally scared to come outside the house, like sort of thing.
There's so much going on. Like we have
too much going on.
So much going on in the world right now.
Too much.
Like the world is about to, and I keep telling people like we is on our last leg. At some point we got to make a change because society is going downhill. And I tell my kids all the time, and you said they have a lot of access.
Yeah.
So I tell my kids all the time, like, y'all have a lot of access and you're not using it in the way that y'all should.
Yeah.
And for the things that y'all said. So I just did a whole little lesson like a week or two ago on being informed.
I love that.
Because I'm like, I give older people a little pass to an extent.
Yeah.
Because they don't have and I tell them like, they don't have the access that y'all have. Y'all can learn anything in 5 minutes.
Literally.
You go on YouTube, you go on TikTok. You could go, it's multiple different platforms you can go on to learn how to do stuff or learn something.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all do not learn anything.
But the dances.
That's all they know. Confused. Like all you learn on TikTok is the dance and how to do hair and lashes. we're like, everybody can't be a makeup artist. Everybody cannot be a rapper.
Oh my God.
When we gonna get more lawyers out? When we gonna get some doctors? At some point, we not gonna have nobody take care of us when we sick. Because nobody want to be a doctor. Nobody want to be a lawyer.
Seriously,
nobody even want to act anymore. Like, we ain't gonna have no TV. We gonna be rewatching reruns of Living Single for the rest of our lives.
Which I ain't mad out, but you know.
That's what I'm saying, because that's my show right there.
Single, but no, you're right. We do need some variety, but I feel like that comes along with just people following the leader. That sort of thing. But we're about to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into our last couple juicy topics. Okay? So make sure y'all stay locked in, because once you locked in, ain't no switching that. We will be right back. All right, welcome back to the Ranting Raving Pod, y'all. We have had such a good time. This episode has been juicy. So we're about to get into our last topic of the night. I hope y'all are ready. It's on Jared to pick, so I'm going to let him rock out.
I'm just pick the one off the top because I've been picking from like the bottom the
Me
whole
too.
time. I hate this topic. Because I keep hearing people talk about it. Okay, it's out for food with friends, even split or split based off individual orders.
Ooh.
Like people just keep talking about this. I'm like, if you just don't got it, you just don't got it. And let that be known before you go out. Because sometimes if you hit the right friends, they'll cover you if you don't got it.
Yeah.
But me and my friends, I don't know. I think it depends on the occasion. Mm-hmm. For the most part, we do individuals because some of us don't eat at all. And some of us order the whole menu. Like, I will get, 4 drinks when I'm going out. And plus, one of my friends get entrees to go home. So, we all just pay for whatever we eat and whatever we got. But if it's, somebody's birthday, special occasion, then we might split the bill.
Yeah.
Just so that we all could play a portion of the person whose birthday it is.
Right.
That's about it. But we don't even do that all the time.
Yeah.
It's just really, how we feel. We all know, it is what it is.
I agree. I feel like it's about one, how you feeling, but also feels like it depends on the group of friends that you have, because we all know it's that one person or maybe 2 or 3 who gonna be like, oh, we splitting it. Oh, let me get 6 drinks. Let me get a little 2 entrees to go home. Let me get 2 appetizers. Let me get they'll do the most, knowing that everyone is gonna just split it equally, and they know that some people are gonna go out and not have any alcoholic beverages. They might have a lemonade and some fries because that's just literally all they want. But you still expect them to pay the $50 to cover a portion of your bill, which is crazy to me.
My life.
Which is crazy to me. But I feel like it comes down to your friend group, and and you have to know who you're around. You have to know who you're around, what people's intentions are, because you might have a friend, and this is when it comes down to friends too. I don't really have too many friends. I don't play a lot of people close. I have people that I've been friends with for 20 years, almost 20 years, right? But we don't hang out. We don't even talk on a regular basis. But if we ever do link up, it's right back to the same way it was. However, the older you get, when you have kids, you have career, being an entrepreneur, all types of things, you don't really have the same time to just be hanging out, just going out all the time. You don't have that luxury, just for that time to spare. So I feel like the people that I'm if I go out to eat just for no reason, go out to eat with people, just it doesn't have to be a birthday, whatever. If I just go out, it's such a special group of people that you gonna know it's not even gonna be a big deal however it goes, because I already know the caliber of person I'm going out with. I already know how they are. I know how I am. We've built this rapport to where I know how they move, they know how I move. But I feel like when you're just hanging in groups, like you said, your friends very well too, so it probably is the same with you. But I feel like there's a lot of people who have best friend, and y'all known each other not even 6 months yet, and that's your best friend, which is crazy. And then you fall out, then you fall out in the friendship based off a situation like this.
That's why Miami be ruining friendships.
6-month
friendship. But it's the same with relationships. I don't understand how I've known people who say they in love with somebody after 3 months. I see it take me at least 3 years to fall in love, because I don't how can you. I know people that moved in with someone after 4 months, moved away to different cities, different countries. I understand how you do put your all like that into someone in so little time. It takes me so long to know someone, because it's going to take you just as long to know me. You're not going to know me completely.
Yeah.
No 4 months. I know myself.
Yeah.
You're not going to know me completely in 4 months for me to say I love you and I want to move in with you and I want to get stuff in our name. That's a big thing.
It's a big commitment, yeah.
In this day and time, a lot of people treat relationships as a game. Everything is for the pleasure, for the moment. So then when the bad stuff do start happening, don't nobody know how to handle it. They're not equipped to go through the bad stuff because they was only here for a good time.
They just wanted the instant gratification, and that's just everyone in general, in not even relationships, just everything. Everyone is out for this instant gratification. Yeah. We want it now. We want it the way we want it. We don't want no excuses. We just want it this way, and that's not. That's why everybody begging on the internet. That's not the way life works. So I think it's interesting that you said like, so do you think there's a difference between like saying like, oh, I'm in love with this person and I love this person?
I do.
So would you say like after 3 to 6 months, could you say that you love this person and not be in love with them yet, and it kind of happened that way, or do you like, you know? I just asked because it was like, yeah.
I think everything is like sort of suggestive, and it goes case by case, because I can, after 3 months, I can say I have love you. Like my friend Mo, I met her, and I had love for her after 2 months. I love Mo damn. We've known each other for like maybe 2.5 years now. And that's my girl. She's just like I love her just as much as I love all my other friends. Like, yeah, and I will go to bat for her. I was going to drive to North Carolina just on the whim because of her, because she was in trouble. So I think love. That is case. Like there are cases of instant attraction, instant connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
But to be like in love with someone, that takes time.
I agree. I think that takes time. I'm not going to put a time limit on it, but I think it does take time. And I also feel like with people, I guess what I'm more trying to say is like, you remember back in the day when arranged marriages were like such a regular thing? It's like you can always grow to love somebody. Right. Like if you're around somebody enough, you're gonna end up loving them. Like, you know, if you guys get along, you know what I mean. Or sometimes, I don't know. I just feel like there's so many old people who's like, yeah, I couldn't stand them at first. We've been married for 48 years. Like, you're like, oh, you didn't like him? Like, how you start to like him? Like, how does this work? So, I guess it just all depends. But we're gonna get into one more juicy topic just because I want to get into one more. I just want to get into one more.
No, because I really like that one with the last time. That really got me there. The begging on social media one, that got me there.
Cause it keeps happening.
That killed, like I can't do it.
I can't. And I'm gonna bring this to. I don't even know if I asked y'all, but I'm gonna ask y'all again if I didn't ask y'all. Do y'all see the begging on social media? Does it bother you? Do you give in? Do you send that cash out when they post it on the status? Let me know in the comments. Let us know. Let us know what y'all get into, because the more that you send those cash apps, the more they will ask, and the more I will get annoyed.
And do you see the That just remind me, or I be feeling bad because so, in the community, it be people who be like post on Instagram. They have like a whole it's like a resume. And they picture right here, and they say, "I need funds for this. I'm going through this. I'm about to get kicked out for this." And I'm like, and I be feeling bad because I feel like I'm so desensitized because of all the begging.
Oh my God!
And
yes,
I'm so pissed off with it that every time I see that, even though I may feel bad for you, I'm just irritated. Because why?
Because why? The GoFundMe's, right?
Your whole life story. But they only be GoFundMe's. It be my and then the cash app be at the bottom.
Oh my! Oh, like a long paragraph.
It's like a resume.
Oh my God! Yes, yes.
And I don't understand how we get to these.
I know what you're talking about.
And then they be like, and I think like the people in like the LGBT community be trying to guilt trip you into doing it, because they'll be like non-binary this and this, trans this and this. But out there, I'm like,
they're trying to pull out like the relatable.
You like when you hear those words, you think that person been through struggle.
Yeah,
like you're not struggling.
No,
you just want money.
There's people who do that too. Like not even just outside of in the community. I see that often too, because I have a lot of friends like in the community. But like even outside of that, like it's like there was like this guy. He was like put up a GoFundMe because he needed I think a place to live or something like that. Like basically he was saying like he needed it by this date. And then like the date passed and they kept posting the GoFundMe. But it was just like, I see you outside though. Like I see you in your, like on your page, it's all this like, I need this by this time and going through this struggle. But then on your story, it's woo, it's drinks. You outside, you at this bar or that bar. I'm like, it's something that's it's not given. And I'm not going to be nobody's sucker. I'm not going to be a sucker. I'm not gonna be a sucker.
I'm gonna get to people on the street before I get to these people on Instagram.
Yeah, I can't do that either. I'll give a meal any day. I'll give you a meal. I'll go get a food any day. Like food, money for transportation, like a token if we had tokens still, or like whatever, like whatever you need. But I can't give money. I can't. I think. Well, my mom. I'm gonna say this. My mom is from New York. And she's always taught me that since I was little. Like we've had. I was also raised to be, to not to be selfish, to be giving, But she's always told me like people on the street, you just don't give them money. You buy them food. You provide whatever. Like recently, I was actually thinking about. I saw this thing on Instagram. And it was like, go to the dollar store and get like mini like toothbrushes and toothpaste and like just little like hygiene needs and put in like a cute little bag and just hand it out on the streets. Yeah. That's something that I keep forgetting to do, but I'm going to do. I'll say within the next month or so. I'm going to make sure I go do that. Like just spend like $20, $30 and just get like just make mini care packages and give them out to people in the street who may need them, like soap and like little washcloth. They have the little washcloths that you can like, they won't expand until you put them in water. So they're tiny. You could put them in there. I'm more than willing to give any like acts of service. I'm cool with that, but straight money, I can't just give you money because I don't know. I feel like you're gonna go do something that you're not supposed to do with it, and then I'm gonna feel like I got played, and I can't be out here like no sucker.
It's not. I think that's the mentality that's stopping a lot of people from giving.
Yeah, it is
because nobody want to be played. But to me, like the way I grew up, with my mom, I told you my mom taught us to be like hyper independent. So I know I never had my hand out unless I actually needed it. Yeah, like direly needed it. Yeah. So to me, when I give to people, I think like they need it. Whether, and even if you want to go, I don't know if I can say that on here, but if you want to go shoot up or whatever, and that if that's what you need at that moment, that's what you need. Like, who am I to judge what you need? So my money is for if you, but just know this money is all that you get from me. So if you want to go spend it on the burger, that's it's your choice. It's not my choice to decide what to give you. I mean, I can give you that too. You know, if that's what you're out there doing, I think that's a wonderful idea actually. But also, like, if I come out the store from McDonald's and I have like $2.50 in change, I'm gonna do $2.50. Yeah. So and somebody out there that is, dude, you got some change? Here you go $2.50. Like, cause I know, I feel like everything is like a revolving door. Like you do unto the way I try to live my life is you do unto others what you want done unto you. So if I was in dire needs, and when I am dire needs, I hope someone will help me. Will help you, right? So if I can be that someone for someone else, why not? Yeah. No, I feel that too. I just feel like I'm probably, like I said earlier, I feel like that's just something I got to work on because I've just been taken advantage of way too many times. Like it's just been too. Because I had that mentality when I was younger. I'm not about to give him no money. He about to just go buy great. Yeah, like or not even that. It just feels like what like anything that you need, I can probably go get you. You know what I mean? Like I'll spare 5 minutes to go like wait in line and get you food, or like if you want to hop in this dollar store real quick and go get yourself $10 worth of stuff. I don't mind doing that. Like I don't have a problem doing that at all. But just me handing money to anyone besides my children, I don't see it happening. Like I just don't, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm a little scored. But no, it's fine because you still serving.
Yeah.
So and it don't matter how. I mean, if you giving, you giving.
Yeah, and I love volunteering. Like I have a problem volunteering. My services, my time, my money, energy. It doesn't matter. Like I don't mind that. I actually enjoy that. I actually want to actually do more of that as much as I can. But I something about just giving money just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. I just feel like, and and I also feel like, you ever know that saying, like, if you feed a stray cat, they're always going to come back? Like, I work downtown. So let me give somebody $2 one day, the next day they go ask me $5. See you and they go keep asking you. They go keep asking me. That's what I do with places where I don't be. Yeah, I'll be in another city. Like, you can get this.
Because you're not going to see me ever again. I'm out this city tomorrow night.
Yeah, so maybe something like that. Maybe out the city that I frequent. Maybe I could do it then. But other than that, I don't know. Y'all SOL with me because I ain't messing with you.
I'm letting y'all know this now. I'm not giving nobody on Instagram. So please don't send me your cash app tag. Don't tell me it's your birthday. It's just not going. I don't care. My birthday just passed. Nobody send me no cash app.
Hello.
I was waiting for a ding. And I ain't getting not one.
Not even the people you let borrow before.
Yeah, exactly. So if I can't get a ding, you can't get a ding.
Nope.
We just reciprocate energy.
No, we are about to wrap up the pod. Jared, is there anything you want the people to know before we wrap up?
Yes. I talked about it twice already, but I do have a book out. It's called Dive Into the Rabbit Hole by Jared Drummond. Garid Drummond. It's on Amazon. I also have my own little website. It's called Helios Risen.
Oh.
Yes. I love it. So if you want to see my designs or get a signed copy of my book, you can tap in there.
I love that. I'm going to tap in with you. I'm about to tap in with you because I didn't even know all this was going on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another episode of Ranting Raving Pod. Shout out to our sponsor, Pink Drinks. Make sure y'all get y'all jugs for the tequila red. This is out beating out that cold green knock. I'm telling y'all, tequila red is hitting. But make sure you guys tap in for the jugs for a dub. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Stereotype Radio on Rumble, on YouTube, on Amazon Prime, on Spotify, all platforms we are on. Make sure you guys check out our other podcasts, Love, Marriage, and Travel. And make sure you guys follow the Ranting Raving Instagram at Ranting Raving Podcast on Instagram. And make sure you follow me at HIPINKLEE. You want to shout out your Instagram?
Yeah, it's _.GARID_. But don't come on there think you're going to see inspirational stuff or a real business. This is my personal, and I'll post whatever. I'm just letting y'all know that it is.
Yeah, it's the real.
It's the real.
It's the real. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back next week. And make sure you guys stay locked in, because once you locked in, ain't no switching up. See you later.